Changing the role of public sector enterprises. Public sector in India was created to achieve two types of objective: to speed up the economic growth of the country, to achieve a more equitable distribution of income and wealth among people. Before 1991. Development of infrastructure. At the time of independence, India suffered from acute shortage of heavy industries such as engineering, iron and steel, oil refineries, heavy machinery, etc. Because of huge investment requirement and long gestation period, private sector was not willing to enter these areas. The duty of development of basic infrastructure was assigned to public sector, which is discharged quite efficiently. Regional balance. Earlier, most of the development was limited to few areas like port towns. For providing employment to the people and for accelerating the economic development of backward areas, many industries were set up by public sector in those areas. Economies of scale. Where large-scale industries are required to be set up with huge capital outlay, the public sector had to step in to take advantage of economies of scale. Electric power plants, natural gas, petroleum and telephone industries are some examples of the public sector setting up large-scale units. These units required a larger base to function economically, which was only possible with government resources and mass-scale production. Check over concentration of economic power. In the private sector there are very few industrial houses which would be willing to invest in heavy industries, with the result that wealth gets concentrated in a few hands and monopolistic practices are encouraged. This gives rise to inequalities in income, which is detrimental to society. The public sector is able to set large industries which requires heavy investment, and thus the income and benefits that accrue are shared by a large number of employees and workers. This prevents concentration of wealth and economic power in the private sector. Import substitution. During the second and third five-year plan period, India was aiming to be self-reliant in many spheres. Obtaining foreign exchange was also a problem, and it was difficult to import heavy machinery required for a strong industrial base. At that time, public sector companies involved in heavy engineering which would help in import substitution were established. Simultaneously, several public sector companies like STC and MMTC have played an important role in expanding exports of the country.